Louisiana, 1890. Just 3 years before the darkness took over, we are met the man known as Jason Trevors, an average butcher in your everyday town in Louisiana, going about his day-to-day life. Home, work, with a slight twist. Jason had a particular talent that was valued during these days. See, around these times, if you wanted firearms, they came with a hefty tax as well as an import fee, and Jason had ways around that. He would be able to smuggle in any weapon, no matter what size, as long as it fit into a carcass. This would eventually go on to earn him the name Carcass Gunrunner. Jason, his business was just that. Strictly business. No involvement with the police, and only dealt with people he knew directly and people nearby to him. A couple years go by, and with Jason's weapons in circulation, we seem to be pretty well prepared for the darkness that eventually came. As the population of the town grew slim, and only those strong enough to bear it withstand, Jason noticed that there was really nothing left to do but fight. The owner of the slaughterhouse that he worked at eventually took the biggest dip of all. He became bigger, stronger, and more hard-hitting than all the other people who turned. We called him the Butcher. After some time of surviving on his own, Jason met a man with similar interests as him, a man by the name of Isaac Powell, who told Jason his story, that he had a vision that the ending of the world would soon come. They called him the Night Seer. Jason and him began fighting together. With this bond these two had, they formed the cult and named it Night of the Hunter. As Isaac and Jason made their way around the Louisiana swamps, Jason recognized a former customer of his, William Durant, local gangster and a very frequent buyer of Jason. After the two talked to William, they came across a deal. William would join Night of the Hunter in exchange for protection from Jason and Isaac, and the three of them would travel together, slaying the darkness that rid their town. From then on, William would be known as the Black Coat.
Brother went down to the courthouse. Brother ain't coming back. I went down to the courthouse. Shotgun and an axe. Room full of bodies, flies on the wall. Room full of bodies, I went down to the churchyard to dig myself a grave.
As they were making their rounds north of the chapel, the vision happened again, except this time it was not pitch black. It was a small orange glimmer in the distance heading north towards Scupper Lake. As they arrive closer to the main building of Scupper Lake, they hear an inhuman-like shrieking, with various insects crawling all over the building. As Jason, Isaac, and William make their way in the building, they are very quickly and violently greeted by another transformation, which they called the Assassin. The three made quick work of the Assassin, knowing its weak point immediately. But after it was dead, there was something lingering. Something else they had to do. It wasn't fully dead. They had to banish it. Once the banishing was completed, Jason went over and saw remains that hadn't been completely vaporized. It was the assassin's heart. He took this as his bounty, and they returned back to town. After a while, these bounties that the Night of the Hunter picked up were worth something to other people not affected by the darkness, and this became solid work for the trio.
Hills they howling, let the gunshots ring. Death's among us, let the gunshots ring.